What is up, everybody? Circon is here bringing you guys another replay. Like I told you guys yesterday, we're going to take a look at Erlenberg and North Spawn, where the SP1C was South Spawn yesterday. And this time around, we are in the WZ-131, or 131. And the bushes here are not as great as the South Spawn. Like, this is the SP1C bush, let's say. You do have this bush right here. But what the 12T is going to do is just going to jump in and take cover behind the ridgeline for the most part. I'm going to take a little bit of a safer route, obviously. And as you can see with the 12T, it's highly successful. And this is also a tier 8 game. And like I told you guys, these kind of strategies are a lot more effective versus tier 8 and lower than they are against tier 9s and 10s. Because in tier 9 and 10, even the heavy tanks will have maximum view range at times. So you can get away with a whole lot less. So I just decided to put some shots in instead of scouting for for myself. But then the 12T takes so much cover that he's not really spotting as much. Like, I don't know, you can probably see it a little bit, but he's actually hiding from incoming fire, but also not spotting at all. So I'm like, you know what? There's more to catch here. So I'm gonna go in and be super cheeky. As you can see as well on the minimap, I try to keep him like within, this amount of range, so I don't get spotted myself. And it is a bit risky because we do not know what's over here. Likely their Leo or 12T is here as well. So it is risky. And now we spot the 12T as we come around the ridgeline. It's also very nice. We continue to spot people on the left. Almost get shot there very friendly. Luckily, no, that wasn't even artillery. That was just a TD or so. So I think I got my cover back here. We set the guy on fire. Very nice. And then somebody else sets him on fire again, so he's a dead man. Getting quite lucky there with the criticals, obviously, but there you go. So the 12D actually got shot up quite a bit. He got away with 12 health, and he probably got a lot of spotting. Him and me probably shared a lot of spotting as well. I probably could have gotten a little bit more if I took a little bit more for risk here. But surfing around in these areas, you can actually, like, if you're playing, it might look like you don't have a lot of like cover to hide behind. But in reality, there's actually like, there's a lot of deads everywhere. So right now, they caught me shoot back, as you can see, right? Keeping also the bunker in front of me here. So I do a spotting run. I do like, I do one run, spot them, and then go right back into cover. Now, this might not be as easily to tell when you're playing, because now it looks like I'm like pretty easy to shoot. But if you took a look at it in perspective, I actually was in a fair bit of cover there after doing the spotting run here and going back. So Charioteer and the T-44, I cannot take that out on my own whatsoever. So I'm just trying to keep them spotted. The 12T is back here as well. The E-25 actually moves up quite aggressively. I don't really know why. We might as well sit back and just shoot a bunch of stuff. Now if we take a look at the mini-map as well, they're actually dying in the city here. Those heavies are already down. The T-42 and the IS-3 are actually completely out of position to help the team. As I continue to do my scout runs here. And even managed to spot the S-51, who was completely out of position. I guess WASD keys are still a little bit too hard to use. Also, another thing about these tank traps. In most tanks, you can actually just drive over them now in the new physics. The reason I don't is probably just, like, I'm used to not doing it. I do it now a little bit more. And a lot of people commented yesterday on the SP1C video that you can actually go over that. But the SP1C looks like such a frail thing that I didn't want to risk it, basically. So the first shot kind of derped there, went into the left part of the shell, but then we tracked it with the add-on, which is obviously a very nice shot there indeed, getting some tracking as well. A lot of people, like, if they're scouting, tracking is such a way to go, like, especially if you don't want to spend, too much premium ammo or shitty guns that some of the scouts get, especially in the lower tier, like tier 5 and 6. Like, but they can also work out, like this, where you just miss it, and then you hit it, but your caliber is not high enough. And then you go for another cheeky shot here. It was a little bit too early. We could have tracked him there as well, but at least we pet him in the side, which is, also nice. Here we get super unlucky against the Bulldog. That shot went actually low, and then the Scorpion sets him on fire and kills him. But a little bit unlucky for our end, but it is what it is. So we didn't do too much damage, but we already racked up, 3750 in the scouting department. And now there's only 2 TDs left. The Charioteer is still there. And the Scorpion G is still there, both of which I spotted in the beginning of the game. And they're still on full health as well. Obviously, the E-25 is not going to stand up against the Charioteer at like these mid ranges. But yeah, you can see that scouting is quite effective, and especially at this tier, like I told you guys, like tier 8 and below, doing these scouting runs in a scout. Well, this is nice driving by me, by the way. This is good. That's a bunker, by the way. Yep. Um, it's quite effective. Like tier 8 scouts in the tier 9-10 game, or even tier 7 scouts in the tier 9-10 game, you can get away with a lot less, and I would just passively spot from the bush, probably. But yeah, now we just finish off the game. We see the Scorpion just fired. I'm just gonna auto-aim and hope for the best, basically. At these ranges, we should be okay. Scorpion doesn't have any armor, nor turret reverse, and I know this and just abuse that, basically. Get around him, shoot him in the ass. Turret is here. It's gonna auto-aim that as well, because why not? Jesus favors us today. And actually, did you see that shot? I went underneath the tracks. Nice meme. Nice meme. And then do we get the finishing shot? Yes, we do. And that's how we got 2 kills, 1700 and 3800 spotting on Erlenberg. Siegfried line, of course. So hopefully these 2 replay casts were kind of informative about how to scout on Erlenberg. Showing you both ways of how to do it, basically. For the most part, from south spawn, this bush is really, really good. North spawn is that bush, basically. And you can both, like, surf around and scout as well, depending on the matchmaking. Like I said, tier 8 and lower, you can get away with a whole lot more than you get in the tier 9 and 10, because those tier 9 and 10 mediums will just out free range you almost. So it's kind of unfair. Maybe the tier 9 and 10 lights will bring some different flavor into that, but we'll have to see. For now, I hope you guys enjoyed this little replay cast. We should also probably take a look at the post-game stats. People will love to see those. Let's take a quick look, actually. This is my second Gunmark game. It was an ace. Team score-wise, we did fairly well. Almost 1500 basic XP. Not quite as high as the SP1C game, but it was tier 8 only. Which, gives you less XP than shooting tier 9s and 10s. We made 47k. We didn't shoot any premium ammo. We only lost 4800 on the ammo. Very nice. Got some spotting done. Very short game, actually. 5 minutes. Yeah, that's basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed the replay. If you haven't checked out yesterday's one, I suggest you check it out if you're interested in the South Spawn and Siegfried line. Also, side note, I'm selling a hoodie. It's up for another 17 days as I upload this video. We sold 39. I would like to sell about 100. That's kind of the goal. I think we'll reach it. This has pretty much been one day of sales on Friday. So if you want to get it, obviously pretty fucking dope. I might be biased, but I think the hoodie is pretty dope. I'll put a link in the description below or in the comment section on YouTube if you want to check that out. And of course, if you want to see more, don't forget to maybe subscribe, check out more videos. Thanks a lot for watching, and peace out, everyone.